Did y'all sleep well? Isn't that wonderful to hear that? I know many of you tomorrow will go and visit Father James at St. Anne's in Fayetteville, and I hope you have a wonderful time. It's a beautiful parish and a church, and he's excited about the visit. Our retreat was a wonderful experience for us last week, and I heard that there were still great numbers that came to the communion services, and y'all were together, which warms my heart. The retreat leader shared something with us about that correlates with this gospel, that the light of faith, once we receive that light, something has to happen. It's the same as our experience of love. When we fall in love, something has to happen. And we need to always be, because of the way our life and experience of each day of our life is, we have to be able to recall intellectually, mentally, and even by our very spirit that we're in love, because being in love doesn't mean each moment and hour is going to be without pain and struggle. It's not going to all be great. That's not how love is. But when we remind ourselves, when we step back into that we are a function of love and that we've been changed, and that without it, then there'll be darkness. Our perceptions are not to take us to darkness, only truth. And the truth is that we've been changed because we have received the knowledge of God's love, that our faith should make us people that shine. Will we shine all the time? No. Some days, right, we're not capable. But at any time, we should be able to call upon the love that we've received and rekindle our shine. Our retreat leader this past week for the priests had an interesting story. He was raised without faith. Usually a person given a retreat to 110 priests is somebody we think who's been holy since they drew their first breath. He grew up in a wealthy family. His father was a successful lawyer in Cleveland. See, he should be a person of faith, being a Cleveland Brown fan. But his father, when he started to explore faith in high school, forbid him to go to the church, saying that intellectually that they would just brainwash him. That this talk about spirit and what we can do by the way we just respond to love is not grounded in truth, which isn't true. They sent him to college at Stanford in California, big change from Ohio and Cleveland, where he was once again encouraged not to be a person of faith by the learned professors and smart intellectual people. He was studying philosophy and history. And his most beloved mentor professor was convinced that all religion was just a superstition and led people not to the truth. And yet, this person, this one that is retreat director for us, John Bartbeck, he found an evangelical prayer group at Stanford. And he was enjoying the music and the fellowship. And he shared this newfound, he said, they have something, there's a spirit. They speak of Jesus, and I've been reading the Bible and learning more, but their spirit, there's a light. He shared that with his professor mentor, who said, oh no, you're gonna be brainwashed, and it's not true. You're smarter than that. You're at Stanford. We're educating you to be among the elite. And he said, well, I like going. He said he kept going. He shared again that he found something there. And the professor said, okay, I don't believe in any of that. But if you're going to be Christian, you should at least be Catholic. And that started John Marnick's road to becoming a Catholic priest. Somewhere in that intellectual mind of the professor, I think he knew where truth was. The truth about our life is it's not life without the love that God gives us. And that's a deep truth. And there's not a mathematical equation for it or a physics seminar that can prove it, but nonetheless, it is true. The retreat director became Catholic, converted, started seminary, ordained, and because he was from that California area, he became one of the priest advisors for the Passion of the Cross movie with Mel Gibson. And he told us a bunch of movie stories. But the most important thing for all of us today in this gospel is please, always, through the love of God, through our own prayer and ability to receive love, that we know that we have light, that we have a source of goodness and love to call upon. And when things are difficult and when people we love and care about suffer injustice and pain that is never fair, that doesn't take us out. That we don't follow a superstition, we follow a superpower, which is love. Amen.